If we carry something like this when the shtf comes and we are in the city, we might not make it. Welcome back to my channel, folks. It's been a while. Let's get straight to the point. We all have a bug-out bag or a get-on bag stored in the trunk of our car in case something happened. But there's a kind of intermediate level we should consider when we travel through a city. I've started to think that a kind of survival backpack is not going to be the best choice if the shtf comes when we are in a crowded area. And that's why I wanted to find a container with the right size in order to carry more gear than what I'm able to carry in my pockets, but without carrying too much. And my choice was this sling bag. This specific sling bag is made by a company called Nutsac, and the model is called, I think, Speed Sling. It's a very comfortable sling bag. For me, the size is perfect. It's made out of high-quality waxed canvas with a simple internal molded system, and it comes with a lifetime guarantee. I like the fact that it's very well built, sturdy, and it's very low profile, which is a very important aspect to me. They also have a bigger version of it, but I went for this one for the same reason. I wouldn't carry a full backpack when I'm traveling through the city. Now, after some important consideration that we need to talk about, I'm gonna show you the content of the sling bag. So stick with me. We all know that bag in will always be the best option, and bag out will always be the last resort. But there's always a specific time frame that stays between when you find yourself in a dangerous situation in the city and when you got out from the situation and you are in a safe zone. That specific time frame is crucial. Reaching maybe our car where our bug out bag or bug in bag is located, because we need to be realistic. We live in Europe, and carry a full bug out bag with us and maybe get questioned by police for the content of the backpack is not realistic. So we need to be more low profile. I personally wouldn't carry my full bug out bag with me. Does it make sense to you? We all know that civil unrest and social instability have led to major transition of societies in modern history, and things are getting worse lately. We have seen so many situations from natural disasters and riots, civil unrest all over the world. It seems they are increasing. Try to imagine the city as a container full of structures, okay? Try to follow me. And our species and our actions when the shtf comes are the liquid that run inside the container through the rigid structures. As we navigate the waters of craziness, how do we make sure that we are swimming and not sinking? We need a strategy. We also need enough gear to keep us safe, but not too much gear that make us low and vulnerable. I will explain this in a second. A good strategy comes when we own a good amount of knowledge. The amount of knowledge that allow us to understand the environment we are in and the behavioral patterns that happen when things go south. We all have all the data. We live the most part of our lives moving through a city. We just need to pay attention to it and gather all the information we might need in case the shtf comes. For instance, which are the less crowded routes when we are going to work or to the mall or visiting some parents? Where are the best shortcuts to get out from a situation? Where are the nearest emergency rooms and hospitals? And so on and so forth. Another aspect that I will never get tired to mention, we need to be at least in shape. We need to be able to run a certain amount of distance or march, okay, and quickly react to a specific situation. Being able to overcome a wall or a fence and put a barrier between you and the threat is really important, and it's part of the minimal skill level required. And these aspects: run a certain amount of distance, march quickly, overcome walls or fences, it's amazingly affected by how much gear we carry with us. So the weight is a crucial factor. The bigger the pack, the slower we become, and the more energy we are gonna consume during our movements. That's a fact. Plus, we also have to consider another behavioral patterns as a downside of carrying a backpack, which is if we find ourselves in a fully crowded place where everyone is trying to escape from the chaos, a backpack might become a grabbing point for those who are desperate and they are trying to run away from it. It's like when someone is trying to rescue a person in the water. If the person is extremely scared, tend to grab the rescuer, pulling it down to the bottom. The same principle happens outside on the ground. People tend to grab everything around in order to pull them away from the danger. It's a kind of instinct. How many people got injured or died because of that during the riot because they have been trampled by crowd on the ground? There's a lot of footage on the internet to check these out. We need to remember that group dynamics can lower individual thresholds, leading to a collective sense of anonymity and diffusion of personal responsibility, resulting in violence. So, in my personal opinion, I will never carry if you want to carry a pack, I wouldn't carry a pack bigger than 18 liters, or I'd rather carry a sling bag, something that you can also carry in front of you in order to push people away and protect the pack and avoid that someone trying to grab the pack or everything that can be grabbed to save their lives. Just my 2 cents. Please comment down below and let me know if you agree with my thoughts and what I'm sharing with you. We are here both for learning. Thank you, guys. I truly hope that my ideas that come from my experience, from my studying, can help you and maybe inspire you to develop your survival strategies. And now let's dive into the sling bag content. This sling bag has a very fast opening with zipper that goes both sides. It doesn't open full flat, which is a good thing to me, so I don't risk to lose anything, mostly in a light situation. In the main compartment we have 2 big pockets on the front. I keep a chest seal plus some boot plasters and a compressed gauze in the right one. And inside the left one I have a burn dressing and 3 more burn gels, an hemostatic gauze, and a lighter wrapped with Gorilla Tape. I personally think that in the urban environment there's a quite big risk of getting burned by petrol bombs during a riot, maybe hot pipes we touch while moving fast, and so on and so forth. On the other side of the main compartment we have a simple molly pellet. I tend to use it to keep tiny stuff firmly attached, like a pen and a marker. Some zip ties, my Nightcore MT1A Pro, max output 800 lumens and max beam distance is 250 meters. It works with AA batteries, which are pretty easy to find in the city. It's pretty compact and lightweight, on and off with full press and 3 intensity levels. Despite you all know I tend to prefer headlamps to keep my hands free, the MT1A Pro has a cool pocket clip that allows me to attach the light to my head in case I need both hands. I also carry a glow stick just in case I need a small source of light. I also have a pair of slim cut resistant working gloves. They are good to prevent to injure my hands or in case I have to touch dirty stuff or grab rusty structures. I also have some bank line. This is a small power bank made by Nightcore. It's called NB10000 Generation 3. It's made out of carbon fiber. I also carry a C2 Summit 1 liter dry bag to store electronics or my phone in case of heavy rain. My Walter PDP pepper spray, of course my Leatherman Super 2 300. I know, it's heavy, but I like my tools heavy. I also carry a mission darkness phone or key fob sleeve. It makes you disappear from the grid, and it mostly prevents hacking, tracking, and spying. It's pretty much everything I keep in the main compartment. There's also a front flat pocket where I mostly store flat stuff, such as a notepad, some medical gloves, and some cleansing wipe. As you can see, attached to the sling itself, I have a carabiner. I'm sure you can figure out its possible use. The main purpose for me to carry a bigger container and not relying only on what I can carry in my pocket is because I wanted to have more medical stuff with me for certain situations. And when I'm in the city, I feel more safe with this amount of medical gear. There are also some other pieces of gear that I can carry more comfortably using the sling bag. So what do you think, guys? Is there anything you would add or subtract from this kit? Let me know in the comment. Thank you. If you've never seen my What's in My Pocket video, I leave the link in here. That's it for today. I truly hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in another one. Be prepared.